Hey everybody, it's Zero Cool here. We're back with another video, and we're back with another level up or trash. I'm in the one of the big guys. We got one of the big guys on here, Ultron. This Ultron, Ultron came out back in the old days, and it was real big to get him. You were like, oh my god, I finally got Ultron. This is gonna be great. He's a pretty powerful character at the time, and he's kind of fallen off just a little, but he's still got some usability out there. He still hits pretty damn hard, and once basically the bots come out, he's pretty much a speed demon, and he just basically speeds up, and you can rock a lot of characters with him. But it's timing. Timing is the big one because hey, you got to wait for the bots to come out and do some damage. So the big one here when thinking about him is basic. His basic is the one that does actually do some interesting effect, which is basically dealing 2 positive effects, plus he clears taunt on himself. So some characters like to go some actual players like to put taunt on Ultron because hey, you can get him out. His health pool isn't that high because you know he does die and he does revive. But if you can go ahead and get him out, boom, 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 he's gone and that's it. But he does have some survivability once you can go ahead and clear that taunt, and that's where the basic comes in. Most of the time you will be using the basic, but you're still going to be able to go ahead and do a little bit of damage on there. The next big one is his special. This is where you actually go ahead and summon some Ultron minions, the bots, and you go ahead and they get 340% normal damage and 100% of normal health. So they're pretty interesting because they do got an actual basic and special to each of them. The basic basically is just firing 370% plus clearing 1 positive effect off of that target. And if Ultron is an ally, he gains the cleared effect. So for the Ultron Accelerator, basically his special is giving you offense up and to 4 allies. So it could be basically any 4 allies on the field, including the bots, which makes it a little bit more random. So it's like, ooh, hopefully. Plus he fills Ultron speed bar by 25%. And if Ultron already has offense up, Ultron gains another ability energy, which means he can go ahead and do a special or ultimate faster. So this particular bot on death, Ultron gains counter. So as soon as this bot dies, you're going to see Ultron gain a counter. For this particular bot, the Accelerator, he's got the railgun going, and he reduces speed bar of the primary target by 30%, which is huge because hey, if you can lower their speed, they can't take a turn. So getting their speed to go down is a very big deal. And then Overdrive grants speed up to self 4 allies. Plus you fill Ultron speed bar by 25%. And if Ultron's already got speed up, he gets filled up by 40%, which makes Ultron go even faster. So Ultron gets a little bit more push to take another turn before the enemy, which is great. And then his passive on death, fill Ultron speed bar by 25%. I'm not saying you want this bot to die, but if he dies, boom, it's an instant 25% to Ultron. And then you got the Ultron Fabricator, which is basically the healer. Basically, he's going to go ahead and attack the primary target for 340% and then grant 1 ability energy to Ultron. So every turn, Ultron's getting ability energy and he's gaining some speed. There you go. Now he's going to heal 4 of the most injured allies, except for Ultron, for 7,000 health plus 15% of this character's max health. So the higher you get Ultron, the more his stats increase. So you want to go ahead and push Ultron as high as you can with the resources that you have. Plus you heal Ultron for 14,000 health. And then plus another 25% of this character's max health, clearing 4 negative effects from Ultron. So we're trying, basically he's there to go ahead and clear Ultron of any negative effects, give Ultron some more sustain, plus fill his speed bar by 25%. So the bots play a very big deal in what Ultron puts out there. His ultimate, he attacks the primary target for 7,000 piercing damage. That's piercing damage, basically ignoring any armor that the character has. So it's going 700%. That is ridiculous. And then he deals double that, basically 1400% against targets with defense up. That is ridiculous. So if you can get his ultimate off, and if you can choose a target with defense up, you're gonna go ahead and rock that. 1400% is nothing. It's the largest hit from the game in anybody's ultimate, so it's really, really good. This ability, you also gain 1 ability energy per positive effect. So if you do hit that character and they do got at least, you know, 4, 5, 6 positive effects, you're going to go ahead and gain 4 to 5 ability energy or more based on how many positive effects that character has. So it can be very, very, very good if Ultron goes ahead and hits somebody that has a lot of positive effects. Now, the big one here is putting Striker on him so you can hit twice. Ultron is a very, very big damage dealer, and you want to go ahead and put as much as you can into him so that way when he hits, he hits. I also did get a chance to get the What If costume, which makes him look just a little bit more badass. The max red stars I got him on right now is 2 stars. I don't know if I want to put more dark promotion credits in there. If you have the dark promotion credits, he does seem to be getting better and better with more red stars. So if you do have that and you want to keep pushing it, that's up to you. But the big one here is putting Striker on him, making sure you can get him up to, you know, ISO level 5. And if you can get him to ISO blue and push him further, he's gonna hit and get more health plus more damage up to it too. So all in all, I gotta say, you know, Ultron used to be at the bottom of the stats table. He really was. He was always down at the bottom. And ever since Gear 16 came out, he actually increased because he was always down there in terms of health. And he increased a little bit. He only went up about halfway, you know, close to halfway up the table. But he's 119th in terms of health. So that's a little bit of a jump. Though he does get 364,000 health, but that's times 2 because he does get a revive unless, you know, Kestrel hits him or, you know, Black Bolt hits him with the burp and then poof, he's not coming back. But otherwise, he's coming back and he's got a decent health pool plus some decent resistance. But, you know, compared to how he was a few months ago, he was at the low end of the stats table. So for Ultron, I got to say, hey, they gave him a little bit of not really a rework, but they give him a bit more stats, especially with the Gear 16 coming out. So they did push him a little bit more. Plus, you could put red stars on him compared to how he was, you know, over a year ago. And then when he first came out, when he had no red stars. So I'd have to say, yep, it's definitely a thumbs up. Let's go ahead. Let's level up Ultron. Get Ultron going. Push him in there. He's good for, you know, certain raids and stuff like that because he can increase speed. And the more speed you get, the more turns you get to take. But, you know, just like any other video, hey, man, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. We're going to be pushing out more videos, but till the next, deuces.